Yes, okay, you're online.
Okay. We're here. Yes, we are. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, boys. We're here. And I'm literally with one hand doing the camera and the other hand doing commentary. It's been that kind of morning. Hey, good morning, everyone. Good, merry hockey inline Masters morning. We're online, we're on live, and we're back in action. I don't even want to start to tell you what's been going on today. But I'm here. I made it. Miracle of miracles. For those of you who are a little bit less familiar with the goings-on here at the Masters, I'll very briefly say, as I've mentioned before, we're a couple of keen, enthusiastic, hockey-loving players, a family, a group of friends, a group of lads, a group of ladies who just come together to love hockey and play and bring this game for us, for you. And sometimes that means that because, we're not fully paid professionals, not paid at all, that things get a little bit hairy-scary sometimes, and we work problems and try and find solutions, and there's just a few of us. More welcome, by the way, if anyone's keen to come and join us. I will hear your plea. So it just gets a bit crazy, but I'm here now because I couldn't let these boys down. Team GB versus Team Sweden at the Masters Inline Hockey World Championships in Jaca 2024. The biggest and best inline hockey competition anywhere in the world! And the British will be feeling like that now. Big number 21, Team GB Worrell. Opening the book with the scoring. We're here at 9 o'clock in the morning. Last night, all the Miwa team were working to try and develop the schedule and make sure that we had the best opportunity to see the best talent out here for you, and we were working the problem late into the night. It's been really tough, but we've got what we think is the very best offer we can put together, and we've moved some matches over here to the Stilmat rink, the big rink in the big, beautiful, open Pabellón de Hielo here in Jaca. Team GB have earned their place here, won 3 matches in a row, and then only coming up against the almighty imperious United States. A revolutionary war, and only for the first time did the Yankees finally score against the Golden Glove Tanner. Beautiful to see Team GB at the top of the leaderboard almost all the way through the entirety of these group opening matches, but now it's quarterfinals day. Can't believe how fast it's all gone. It's been a fantastic tournament, and I'm in danger of repeating myself here, but the level of hockey has just tripled, skyrocketed. And that's never more obvious than right here with these GB boys. Top of the leaderboard almost all the way through until they met their nemesis, USA. Now in the quarterfinal with another team who, let's not forget to mention, who have stepped up in an incredible way to deliver one of their best Masters performances. Sweden, a team that's been struggling to put together the full range, the full package of different divisions. But boy, they come with a super strong team here. GB have earned their place to play them here in this quarterfinal. Super strong defense, Team GB, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how they kind of shut down and close down the Swedish attacking mode. And you can see that already, just as is apparent in this game now, there's not an awful lot of action down at what is now my right-hand side as I look across this fabulous arena. We can see across there's a little curling rink, a practice rink for the lads, so that they're skating around and warming up. Might have used that rink actually for the second rink, were it not just a little on the narrow side. Difficult to find venues such as this, even in Europe, to be able to play on. Always looking, so keep it in mind. Number 4, Great Britain's prolific goal scorer, Nimitali, threatening in the Swedish zone all the time. Really great GB side. Spoke with Simon Hare, the perennial coach and captain and great player. Played with him for many years, and he's a superb calming influence. Bosses up the bench like he's the old Bill. And I think that his inspiration and his leadership has really gelled the GB team. He talks a little bit about no first line. He talks a little bit about just the different sets of talent on each different role, and you can interchange them. But it's not lost on anyone that a couple of emerging superstar talents on this team can really make the difference for Team GB, and that's that chap right out there, ready to take the face off. Number 4, hat-trick scorer in their game at the other rink against the Aussies. And the man right behind him with the golden pads and the golden glove. One of the nicest men in hockey, Tanner. I've had to scramble a little bit, so I don't have all of my team sheets and stuff like that. It's a bit early in the morning for a lot of the volunteers, so we're, oh, look at this, here we go, look at that. Earns his reputation. That young man likes nothing more than just launching himself like a catapult at opposition. What a threat. Every time he's on the puck, it must make the opposition so nervous. GB have got a disadvantage right now, so they're going to have to... Whoa, dangerous. That was a great centering pass. Swedish number 80. Formidable side, this. This is not going to be an easy task for Team GB. If you'd think on balance they might have it, but it's going to take everything they've got. I've seen... I mean, I don't know. I'm biased here. I've seen many GB sides play extremely well, but maybe sometimes it let a big match get in their head. So I'm probably unnecessarily nervous on their behalf. Let's just say that. I'm not going to project any of my nerves. Oh! Oh, that was a big, wide open spot for this tall Swede over here, number 80. Oh, danger. Look, he's getting a lot of run here, space. GB will have a chance to clear. So yeah, apologies everyone. I have a little bit of a scramble here, but I got here in the end. I don't have my team sheets, so I'm just going to wing it. And won't be the first time I've done that. Superb action occurring all across the piece today. We've got a super long day, so check us out on the website, on YouTube. We are running live all day in all rinks, showing you all the action, and of course keep abreast of every quantitative measure that you can possibly have with Hockey Site, the X-Site brand, super duper sports data package. We've got Tracy here, her and I, and my good friend, Team USA veterans coach, Michael Enright, worked so hard last night to make sure that everything was up and ready to go for today's super playoffs leading up into Saturday and big finals day. And we're really looking forward to finally seeing the results of all of these efforts and award the medals and the prizes, these gigantor cups that we've got here for the lads, who you will see yourself will have earned every bit of it. This is danger now. GB defense untypically a little bit loose at the back there. just on the transition when they go back to full strength. But they're talking to each other really well. I can see Sorel directing some traffic and talking to his boys behind him, making sure they're right. Sweden making penetrating dives through the middle. Walshy working with Tanner to shut that down. Really like GB's game, actually, and you know, I'm going to say this out loud, with the notable exception of a couple of guys who are just deadly threats going forward. Nimitali, Oscar Reitman, the captain there, who's just making that move. GB really are just super solid at the back. Really consolidated. They're just so difficult to break down. Probably more difficult than just about anyone. The Sweden have got talent to be able to get in that, but they're going to have to do something special, something a little bit more than just their route one, because I just don't think that they're going to be able to get in. That's an example of what they can. Johan Lia. A central figure in the Sweden outfit. His name appears on a lot of the emails that we send back and forth, so he's a pillar in the Swedish Masters. Puck up and out. These Vikings are trying to make their assault here on the coast. A lot of players from the GB side from the northeast, so they've seen a Viking or two and seen them off. Battle of Stamford Bridge. It's going to take a little bit more than a horned helmet, though, to get past these GB guys. They're holed up tight. Oh, Tanner gathers. Tanner barely tested throughout almost the entirety of the tournament up until the USA only just yesterday. And, you know, in the deeper analysis of that, USA are storming their way towards gold with electric performances that just, it's hard to imagine how they can be beat. So the result yesterday with just 4, I think was as difficult as it is to take the loss, something to be extremely proud of. I hope they went away thinking that was a super result. I saw some of the goals as well too, very briefly, while I was walking and doing my due around the arena. I saw Garvey's goal. That was just, it was a puncher. Gwodes. USA just stacked with talent. I strongly suspect we might be doing a gold medal match with them involved. Wouldn't it be fantastic if it was against the boys from GB? Sweden have got something to say about that. Sorel just getting into a little bit of argy-bargy in front of the Swedish net, right in front of the referee, so there's no going there. Great player, Sorel. Another one of those northeastern lads. Big, huge contingent. Big inline hockey contingent from the northeast. Many players I've played with over the years are from up that way. Can't understand a word they say, but they're damn good at this sport and they absolutely love it. Big shout out to Foxy if he's up there watching. And I know John, Donna, if they're not gallivanting around the country, will be watching there as well too. And my good friend Simon, also from the northeast, but you know, in exile in Cambridge, trying to be clever. I know those guys will be out there watching too, and as far as I'm concerned, they're heroes of mine, having battled the mighty battles against the Czechs and the Slovaks and the French back in the day when GB didn't have this kind of monstrous talent and monstrous potential. But we took it on, took on the Dunkirk spirit, and we held strong, and GB are still here now. And finally, maybe now finally, taking their place rightly in the top of the tables. I can't believe I'm saying it. It's giving me goosebumps. Yeehaw, Oscar Reitman, captain, with a bit of a slap shot just to test the defense, see if he can get a rebound. Sweden can break forward, but just look, GB are just solid at the back. They defend really well. They've got a great shape at the back. And it's difficult for teams to break down. Only the Yankees ever been able to do it so far. Smith now, crossing pass, couldn't quite find the target. Sweden break forward with 3. And as always, they've got to get past that brick. Glover. I'm missing him up here this year. I haven't managed to persuade him to come and join me. He's got an open invite, so I'm hoping maybe a little bit later this afternoon after this game. Perhaps if he's celebrating, he'll be able to come up and join us and call a couple of other games. Always good value. Oh, here we go now. GB with a little chance. Smithy. Getting compressed into the corner. Sweden coming back now. Shot. Tanner just drops the pillows and there's nothing going there. And Sweden have got to be wondering what can they do to get in behind this Hadrian's wall. GB look cool. Sweden were taking their chances. Nimitali now. Everyone's puckered from the waist down when Nimitali gets that puck. Play smart as well as quick. Goodman just cycling in behind while Nimitali takes it on. Walshy centering. Oh, just walks through the front door. Makes himself a cup of tea. Drops one in the loo and then sails past, but doesn't make anything count. And then look at this, back checks it straight away as well. He wants that puck so bad. He just wants it on his stick. Like a chew toy. Just won't let it go. Never mind the Swedes. I'm puckered every time he gets the puck. Hughesy. Takes his time, smart. GB've got another little turn of pace here. Slowing it down, setting things up. Bozzy. In. Hughes. Shot. High and wide. Centers around. GB still in possession. And again, smart. Decompression. Let the puck come back into, I guess what we could ostensibly call some kind of a neutral zone here. Shot. Rebound spits out. Didn't fall favorably to Reitman. Loves that position in the danger zone. Look at Sweden going forward, super strong. That broke down the GB defense. I think that GB were all focused on attack and then let Sweden slip through the gates. For my money, pound for pound, Tanner, best keeper in the game at Masters level for sure. And that says a lot. I've seen Jérôme Sally some of the Czech goaltending back in the day was, I don't know, physiologically impossible to score against, especially when they were really tested. I do have a story about scoring a goal against the Czechs when they were impenetrable in Anglet, 2012. It was a corker. If you ever want to sit down with me, I won't even say a pint. For a half a pint, I will regale you with the delight of how that magic little puck went in the back. It was the only goal we scored against them at that year. Sweden, as I was discussing a little bit earlier on with good friend and talismanic figure, the logo himself, Michael Hunt, the other day. Teams like Canada, Sweden, the Czechs, they have this forever battle going on with ice. Maybe arguably GB too. You know, the overwhelming dominance of the ice game and how it draws in the players with the promise of big dollars and big fame and big games. He would say, having run his own coaching camps for many years under the Hockey Barn brand, would say that there's no incompatibility between the two. So that centers around the idea of why sometimes it's a struggle for a team like Sweden, for example, or sometimes Team Canada to come and draw in the very best hockey talent because they're distracted by maybe the glittering lights of the slightly bigger game. I use that word advisedly there because I'm not so sure it is. Certainly when it comes to the notion of the way we play and the kind of people that inline hockey players are, I think this is the bigger game for me because it's way more fun. And if it isn't that, then what is it? Debate me. Whoa, great shot. Swedish are testing Tanner. They're getting pucks through, and you know it only takes one little marginal slip, and the scoreline could rebalance. I think GB would really like to pot definitively before the half. We've only got 4 minutes left in this first half. It's gone awfully quick. Sorry I ran up a little bit late. I had some, let's say, political duties. Not my forte. Not anymore. Not at my age. Nimitale, pucker up. Anything could happen. He's out there with Goodman, Walsh, and Sorrell cycling around the back post. Yeah, Walsh, she's smart. Just, you know, you can pick your spots. You've got all the time in the world. He's got loads of time. Loads of space at the back. A little bit of an opportunity. Throwing the force. Trying to play for a little bit of interference there, but nothing doing. As GB smartly are using a little bit of chess tactics here to dispossess. Oh, really good, GB. Now with a big chance, Nimitale! Backhand! Did all the work! Sorrell and Nimitale lulled the Swedes into a false sense of security. They caught the keeper puck watching. And a great little backhand right into the top net. And doing exactly, yeah, maybe they're listening down there. Well done, lads. Take my advice. Put one in, possibly the last big event just before the half, and that will really settle the bench and really consolidate their play, knowing that they've got the right game against the Swedes here. Swedes can counter, that's for sure, so no room for complacency. 2:45 left. It's the first half of the first game on quarterfinals and semifinals day here at the Masters. Veterans and Legends Inline Hockey World Cup. This is the GB Masters. Slap shot. Whirl. Quarterfinal match right now. Great Britain versus Sweden. Centering pass, dangerous. Hit a lot of leather as it was going through there. Gustafsson. Yeah, Jensen. Sweden playing with a little bit more freedom now. It'll be really important for them to do something just before the half too. That will change the demeanor. Look at the GB defense. Look at where they're having to play the puck, the Swedes. They can sneak in the blue line, but it's only around the boards, and the precision that they must apply in order to connect, it's too high. It's 95, 97%. Little dangerous here while GB are caught with a line change. Shot. Tanner deflected, going to wrap around. Tanner, not wanting the gameplay to stop, pulls his own net back onto its moorings, such that they are. Carlson. Anderson. Compressing Team GB in defense. I can see Reitman spinning like a clock. That's a dangerous centering pass, but well interfered with by Team GB. Sweden still got the puck in behind. Kind of settling in. Another centering pass through the feet. Reitman. Oh, just, boy, that's brave. Electing to keep possession rather than just clear the decks, and that was smart. Seconds only now, and GB will just play this clock right out and go to the bench. 2-0 up against Sweden, promising themselves a sweet little matchup in the semifinals. I will, later on in my commentary matches, I'm doing Canada-Australia today in their quarterfinal, and of course, 100% USA versus Italy. That's a must-watch match later on this afternoon, so please tune in for all of that, everyone. Oh, danger! And that's just what they didn't want. And 0.6 of a second left on the clock. GB maybe thought that they were already on the bench just at the last. Didn't need that. Stealthy little snipe through, tipped off the stick. That's almost the only way you can beat Tanner, to be fair. Not the best way to go, but GB's still up by 2, and that might just fire them up to come out strong in the second. Welcome to the Masters here in Jaca, in Spain, Pabellón de Hielo, the ice arena. Gorgeous sunshine here in the Pyrenees Mountains. And it's so lovely to have introduced ourselves to a new venue and some new teams that have joined us. España have been superb, really, really great. Again, often the story with inline. And, Spain has some super strong leagues. They're playing inline everywhere in this country and at such a high level. If you're going to get paid to play in Europe, it's Spain or France, a little bit Italy, touch in Germany. This is where it's happening. So there's heaps of players available, and we're really grateful to all of the guys who have come together to get a Spanish team as hosts, and they're absolutely superb. They're electric when they're firing on all cylinders. Prefer the smaller rinks, to be fair. Interesting conversation there about inline hockey culture as it applies to actual gameplay and how they apply that. Notice the Spanish side were a little bit lost on the big rinks, whereas in the small rinks, they took Germany to the very edge. Austria, so happy to be here. I had a really nice conversation with them over the Joker floor, and they were just buzzing with excitement to be here finally. And we would really love to go to Austria too, just quietly, if anyone there is listening. Sure like to go to Innsbruck. That would be fun. So open to ideas about where we can host. We need 2 big rinks, maybe 3. And heaps and heaps and heaps of the most awesome hockey-loving volunteers and supporters and a whole army of people to help us run the show. So thanks out to them for sure. The army of volunteers. We've got Kike, the Minister for Sport here in Jaca region, and David Dumal, who's his assistant, who's been basically helping us almost run the entire background show here. All the timekeeping staff, the scorekeepers, the scoreboard runners and stuff like that, young volunteers or hockey lovers. Some gentlemen of a very tender age around here, I see, helping us with security and doors and guides. Essential elements of this whole operation, which we are so grateful to have, and we rely on so much in order to keep this tournament for the players, by the players, and perhaps maybe not subsumed by some of the ills that beset the perhaps bigger sports like ice and other larger organizations that can swallow us up. But I'm not going to dive into that politics. That was for last night, over a drink. This is now. And now, GB, 2-1 up. Super strong in defense, but they've got to keep their focus. And I might have said that once or twice before about these sides, not this year. But that's their deal. If there's a weakness. Speaking of volunteers and helpers, we've just been joined by none other than Dumal, the Assistant Sports Minister for Jaca, who's now going to do the camera, so you know who to blame when it starts to go a bit kooky crazy. But he's been so helpful, along with his army of volunteers. I mean, he's literally got us 50 or 60 people to come and help out in every aspect of the running of the games. Although this morning, with one exception, the camera. So he stepped right up, and here he is. He's been great fun, and he's been super grateful to have us, and we're super grateful and owe him a great debt of gratitude for sorting us out. In a minute, I'm going to beg it. He doesn't know this yet, but I'm going to beg him for a smoke machine and a spotlight for our final. Because, you know, we like to splash out a little bit. For you, the people, the hockey fans, the family. Make the guys feel a bit special. They're going to feel special, Team GB, if they make it into this semi-final. But Sweden now are going to come out all guns blazing. They sense that they can get this back if only they do something clever. And so now they're going to reach deep into the toolkit. It's going to have to be a pretty special tool because Tanner's unstoppable. I can count on one hand still for the entire tournament how many goals he's got in. Face off in the GB zone. We're in the second half of this first commentary match, first feature match of the day. Quarterfinal at the Masters between Team GB Masters and Team Sweden Masters. GB defense holding up strong as long as they keep their full focus on. And GB playing smart, patiently. The Swedes, I think, have just stepped up a gear now. I just get a sense that they're really on top of it. Tanner. Easy stop. Nimitali now. Look, just straight down Main Street. 1, 2, 3. I saw him take on 3 people the other day at the Joker floor. Just like a shadow slipping through pile after pile after pile of these tall Swedish timbers. Hughes. Whoa. Top shot, sends it in, goes for the rebound. Reitman's there, usual position. Whipper. Oh, golden glove. Piles it out, and then, this is typical of that kind gentleman, kindly hands it to the referee as though it were nothing more than a breakfast biscuit. Well won, GB on the face-off. And look at the Swedes. They might have come out strong in the second half, but they've not wanted to take that on. If that was Team USA, they'd have jumped on Worrell there. They'd be forechecking like fire ants. Sweden a little bit more cautious. Worrell now going forward. Oh, it's pretty fierce, that wrister, just a little high. Deflected up and around by the Swedish keeper. I feel like I'm doing a little bit of an injustice to the Swedes, and I do apologize for that. I would love to be taking on some of these challenging names today and either butchering them for the sake of art or working on the accent as best as I can. But I haven't got my team sheets this morning. It's complicated. I got locked out. Let's not talk too much about that. Do the best and call it what I can see. Yeehaw. Jens. Sweden allowed to sort of build up a little tactical play there, but again, they're just not finding any gaps. Can't get in the yard. Fresh set of boots. Goodman to Nimitali. Just waiting to see. Super patient, really nice setup at the back. Look, Team GB cycling really well in their own zone. Not feeling too much pressure. Tonefors, number 80 for Sweden, the only forechecker. Not so much. They don't want to get caught behind because they know what this guy can do. Nimitali takes it on. Could have been a breakaway there. Oh, really dangerous. Tried to take that on. This is super for Sweden. That's a bit ouch. Everyone coming back. Full afterburners. Big heavy nets, these Fairs nets, the old Federation International of Roller Sports nets. The smaller, European, shorter, really wide posts. So lads might be seeing a few stars there. GB uncharacteristically caught behind, just a little mistake. Those are the little things, the little 1%, as I was speaking about previously, those little 1% that can just change a game. And when it's tight like this, it's only 2-1. When it's tight like this, it's those little 1%. Sometimes for GB, could just get in their heads a bit. If they can combat that, they should emerge victorious. But combat that they must. Husey now. This will settle their nerves. He makes his attack run, centering. Shot straight at the keeper. Had to make the save. Tries to recover his own. Reitman is there. Spits it. Sweden recover. Outlet pass for Sweden didn't come off. They regroup. Can't get that puck to sit. Still can't get it to sit. Sweden going forward a little bit more now. They're not so bunched up. You've got a few guys lurking around the GB goal, sniffing. Getting dangerous now. Tips coming through. Little purple patch here for Sweden. You can just sense it. Gustafsson here waiting for the centering pass. Could find his way through. Good defense, GB. Boswell. And again, just, there's no windows open. Great defending. Ooh. He's got a wheel issue there. Glover struggling now, he's a goner. He's got a swap. Good thinking on the bench there, that were quick thinking. They're going to switch on, still here, Tanner gathers. Just get a little sense, the pendulum swung a little bit Sweden's way. GB just trying to bat away a couple of little gremlins. Glover obviously had struggled with his boots there. Whoa. Tanner wise to that dangerous little shout, but here we go again. Book her up, Nimitali. Ooh. Did a lot of work there. That Swedish player. Outlet pass to Andersson's, taking it behind. Good body work that. That's good strength. Referee right on top of that. Good physical play here. Nothing cheeky. Has been in the past a little bit of an issue for GB, but not this year. Much reduced penalty minutes means much more 4-on-4 time, and that's great for them. It's a winning formula. Oh, unlucky. Nimitali getting a little tired. He's doing a lot. Whoa, danger. Sweden now sensing just a few gaps. Jensen. Yeah. Puck's kind of flying through the front door, flying through the lounge. Not connecting. Good D. Nimitali. Oh, there. GB player down. Nimitali's got it though. All eyes on the puck going forward. Shot not fully collected by the glove. Nimitali recovers his own as it spins around. Sense some tiredness in the number 4. Think he wants to score more when he goes forward. He's spending a lot of energy. Maybe wants a little bit more product. Now let's have Husey go forward. He'll take his opportunities. Andersson spits it out all the way around. It's the only way you can get through this GB defense. You've got to just completely spread it to the outskirts. Sweden restricted to the ring road around this GB defense. Good hands. Boswell, slightly mishandling. Highlands comes and picks it up. Ooh, plenty on there. A little bit more pump on that backhand and it might have been in. Super run. And I think that's what GB can and should do now. Start encouraging some of the other guys to really just go for the goal. Go route one. And that'll get the Swedes on the back foot a little again. And not just when Nimitali's on. Take the wind out of their sails. Hagelund lurking on this side just in front of me. Pass didn't connect. Deacons here on this side. It looks to go up high. Good. And this is back to some smart play. That's the influence there of Glover. Probably wanted a little bit more on that. GB guys tired, maybe feeling some pressure now. This is where you got to play smart as well as hard. Shot. Try to pick up a rebound, didn't spit out. Oh, here we go. This is the one. Shot. Tested the keeper. Sweden collect. Again, I think someone must be listening to the commentary down there in the box, because that's exactly what GB needed to do. Start making some penetrations outside of that one line. But they've got to stay awake to that danger. Sweden can break back. Only one goal in it. GB 2. Sweden 1. Scoring just before they break for the half. 9:27 left in this quarterfinal match here in Jaca. This is the Masters. Dangerous shot. Pinging off of Tanner's armor. Good communication on GB's side. It's nice to see these guys working the problem, calling the ball all the time. Nimitali's got some fresh legs. Oh, can it spit? One more stride, and I think that might have been on his stick. Now he's working. He's tired. Big, big, big pitch. A lot of running up and down here. A lot of ladder work. Iwasan spots the right pass. Oh, this is danger. Tanner kind of left on his own there. Well collected. Nice one, Walshy. That's the way. And a little bit of chat behind these two pillars for the GB side. Walsh, Nimitali. I'm rocking back and forth here, you guys, from, from foot to foot. Dancing with anticipation. What a great match this is. Tactical as well as physical. Islands. Smart now. I think GB have switched back on here. This is a little bit better play. That reading the manual. Don't often see that from GB. Kind of a stretching pass, long, opening up. Had the potential there. Couldn't collect. Jensen getting an opportunity, backhand. Great save, Tanner. And he gets a little love tap from the man, knowing full well that he was just, by a margin only, outclassed by the Golden Glove. Yeah, takes the face-off one by the Swedes. GB clear. 6:56, it's 2-1. Can GB stay in it? Full focus. As Nimitali got the gas. Oh, very dangerous. That spit out right by the Swedish player who was in the right position. Tanner couldn't do anything about that. If he gets that on his stick, he scores. But he didn't. Oh, Big wind up. Baseballed that shot and it went flying high into the stands. Anderson. Being let to run around a little bit. Tension. You can feel it. It's atmospheric. Little bit of tension. GB tense. I think they're tired. This is a big pitch. It's early in the morning. I think the Swedes are just sensing that they might be able to do something here, so they're just ramping up the energy. GB are absorbing. They're super defense, but just everything that they can do, anything that they can do. The Swedes just tough, keep on coming back at them. And it was just a matter of time, I think. GB were tense there. Now, Harry, it's up to him. He's got to bring his bench right back into play. Dig deep time, Team GB. Worrell. Two all, 5:26 left. Reitman. Sliding gently back into a defensive position. Team GB don't want to let the Swedes do too much here. Defend they can well, but really they want to be in possession of the puck, of course. Yeah. Jensen. Great crossing pass. That's super. That was tic-tac-toe. They plotted that. You just get the sense that Team GB have just tightened up a little bit in the shoulders. They're getting a little bit nervous. And they would really benefit from getting a little bit of puck on the stick, a little bit of feel. That was class play. That's why the Swedes are here in this quarterfinal. That's what they can do. They're more vulnerable in places, but GB have got to exploit that now. 2 goals in rapid succession. Team GB, got to dig deep now. Find a bit of extra pump. I can see it. You can see it in their energy. Chins are a little down. Got to raise them. Could this be something? An inspirational move now. Could go 3-on-2. We've got the gas to do it. Boswell just couldn't make it count. Really struggling. Trying to get fired up. Sweden might be getting a little sense now. Frustration was creeping. Oh, good, possible. Still puck in the air. Ooh. That wasn't nothing. Low energy there, but that puck was right up in the air. Little tip, but for just a bit more look, I think that was denied just by look. Nimitali now. He's certainly capable of doing something extra special, and he could bring GB right back in it. But I think now is the time. I'm sure that the bell will be ringing in his ear. It's time to go. Same with Goodman. He can roll in. Hughes. GB's got to go back. Walshy now. Can GB organize a tidy breakout? Here they go. Now we got a bit of zip. Walshy, Kenya, Goodman, Nimitali, can't find the gap. Too much timber in the way. They've got to dispossess. I think the GB team, whatever they need to do to find it, they've got to get a little bit more energy in the legs. They've got to get a little bit more going. God, it's a long tournament, and it's such a big pitch. And I think the chins are just a bit down, and they don't need to be, guys. You've got what it takes to be able to do this. You've got the game. You've got the talent. Belief. I can see the bench here now as I look over. Wondering what they need to do. If they can get some stuff between the legs, if they can find a little bit of energy. I think the Swedes are tired too, but only marginally less. They're getting a little bit of momentum, and it's providing a little bit of wind just behind them. 3 goals in rapid succession have just deflated Team GB. The frustration evident. Walshy just having a little mental health moment. What can he do? Speaks to his keeper. Trying to see if he can share a little bit of inspiration as the two of them try and inject some energy, some belief, some passion, some fight back into this GB side. For the last 2 minutes, they've got 2 goals to get. I've seen these guys do it before. Find your boosts, boys. Find your boosts. It's now or never. Hughes is just getting a real chip in his chops. We've got to brush those off right now. It's all eyes on the prize. But Sweden have got something between their teeth. Oh, great save. That was uncharacteristically wide open for GB. I don't want to say it, but I think they've lost the fight. They've got to find it. Something to hang on to, something to just grip, something to bite. Team GB needs it now. Smart game. And Tanner goes. They've rolled the dice. They've thrown it in. They're putting the bet on that one of these guys can finish this off and get themselves up that place. Team GB, their absolute best team ever. Hughesy trying to make the space, going forward, good strength, sends it forward, 1, 2, 3, there's the goal! There's the goal, it's not over yet! Right men, in the right place, in the right time, knows what to do. And GB roll the dice and they come up with snake eyes. Now they're hungry. Look at those. Look at these two right in front of me, rolling in to get that puck. Nimitali, fierce. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. GB lads chasing that puck everywhere it goes. Hunting. Got to get possession. Can they do it? Tanner goes again. It worked the one time. They've got a minute left. Can it work again? All cards on the table. Hughesy takes a tip. Got to get it back in hands. Oh, they do! Ryman! Oh! Spitz can do it. Still on. GB in possession. Husey. Nice tip. Moves. Spitz. Still there. Pack of dogs hunting in front of this Swedish forest. Still working. 28 seconds. Sweden under siege. Nimitali sends it. 17 seconds. Gotta score. Can't get through. Gotta go get it. Everything you can. 5 seconds. Nimitali have got to make it happen. This is his last chance. And they just run out of time. Absolutely the best hockey I've ever seen this team play in its entire existence. But it wasn't enough in the end. The task before them, not just one of talent, which they have in overwhelming abundance, but of longevity. The task of maintaining the energy, the belief, everything that they've worked so hard for in terms of the development of this side over time. The task of sustaining yourself physically and mentally over this long, grueling journey on this enormous real estate that we have in these fabulous arenas that we go to around the world. So difficult. Absolutely outstanding performance from Team GB. They had it all ongoing, but in the end, Sweden pulled something out of the bag here, I think. Super performance. They're super strong in terms of their gameplay. They absorbed a lot of the GB attacks, and they did sustain the energy, and it was at a lower pace and maybe not enough to hold on to the GB boys. Certainly at the beginning, but they outlasted them. And that was the only difference, I think, between these two sides. I am so proud of those lads wearing that Union Jack shield. Absolutely immensely proud. Fabulous, fabulous performance. Best Team GB side ever, and we say this every year. That side is growing and growing and growing in talent. Quarterfinal place. Just missing out. Team Sweden. They've played themselves into this tournament. They have every right to claim their position going forward into the finals. Stay tuned with me on miwa.org, www.miwa.org. Check out all the stats, the schedules, and the prizes. I'm going to be here with you guys calling the ball all afternoon. We've got Canada versus Australia and USA versus Italy coming up very soon this afternoon. And of course, all day on Saturday. Well, it's day 6. It's finals day, and I will be here with my traditional tipple and see if I can sustain the length and the breadth of the entire tournament as I will try and maintain my energy levels. Thank you very much to my team. Thanks very much to Doobie, who's working the camera here, and again, turning it on my face. I don't know why. I've got the not a face for radio, I think. Thanks very much to him and his volunteers and everyone else who worked so hard to bring this tournament to fruition. Aldo's right behind me, the engineer, who's working his backside off, running between 2 different rinks to set up all of the realization. So yeah, we're very grateful to everyone. Thanks very much, you guys. Stay tuned this afternoon and keep in touch with us on the website. Watch the stats and the schedule. We're staying live here in Jaca.